Does have one there? Yeah.
Everyone's.
It is not cold in here.
Judge, this is for something else.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
I say it's fine.
You want to see it from my angle now?
No, I do not.
Okay. No, this will work. So, Judge, on page 3, did you get a?
All right, I understand about riding the VIA bus.
I didn't want him to come in and start yelling at him.
Oh, I never yell at anyone.
No, she doesn't.
Yeah.
She doesn't.
Okay, Deputy Laura, you know what musical got stuck in my head this weekend?
With that, Judge.
Cats. Cats the musical. Know why it was stuck in my head? And then this weekend, you know what came up in my timeline?
Ruben check? Ruben check. 12. 3 and 12. Sure.
So, yeah, but no, that's not the one that was stuck in my head. The one with the magical cat or something. That one got stuck in my head. But you know what came up on my timeline in Facebook? All right. You need something?
When they bring this Rubin check out, I'm asking for a bond. We simply have an agreed amount that we're recommending.
So anyway, on my Facebook, what came up in my timeline was an issue with the San Antonio Criminal Defense Lawyers Association. This is what happened. So anyway, I was president of the San Antonio Black Lawyers Association, and I would always say, why do people say these CLEs are foundation and it's not foundation, right? And then I would say, why are these CLEs so expensive? Are you paying people to travel out of town? So I said, you know what? I'm going to start doing CLEs. So for San Antonio Black Lawyers Association, I would have free CLEs during lunch once a month. And then we would have our big CLE. So for our big CLEs, it would be Child Protective Services and also criminal law. So I think for brand new attorneys who've been out for 5 years, we charge them like $40. And then other attorneys, no more than I think $100 or $150, and you would get all of your hours for the entire year. So next thing you know what ends up happening? I get invited to be a board member of SACLA, San Antonio Criminal Defense Lawyers Association. I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't know. I think maybe they wanted me because they didn't have any Black board members at that time, and I would have been the only Black board member. I'm like, whatever. So I end up getting on their board. And then the next thing I know, the speakers that I would have for San Antonio Black Lawyers Association, they would come to me and say, SACLA has come to them and said, don't speak at this CLE. So then they decided to have a meeting with me, SACLA, part of their board members, I'll never forget, it was at the Mexican Manhattan. And guess what they were meeting with me to tell me? You need to stop doing these CLEs. And I said, solo practitioners are not wealthy people. They can't afford these CLEs at these prices. And I said, I still don't know why your CLEs cost so much. So they're like, well, you can't do that anymore. I'm like, whatever. So I continue to do them. Then the next thing I know, guess what ends up happening?
You got put it out.
No, Adam Cobbs ends up calling some kind of emergency SACLA meeting at the, it was downtown at the mile, I think it was in the Milam building. So I go in there, I'm the only Black person at this meeting, right? And I think it was like 2 females. So they're calling an emergency meeting. And I'm like, what is this emergency meeting about? Nobody was saying anything. People were just getting up speaking. So an hour into it, I raised my hand again. I said, what is this emergency meeting about? Then they start saying what it's about. George Sharman wanted to start doing a DWI CLE. And SACLA felt like it was taking money from them and taking money from another organization. Next thing I know, there's a bunch of profanity being shouted by these attorneys who I previously had great respect for. And so I'm like, Adam, why are y'all having this meeting? What is this about? The next thing I know, they put a motion on the floor wanting you to swear an oath of allegiance to SACLA. Has nobody ever heard of, read history? And so I said, yeah, Stephanie Boyd is not doing that. And then I sent in my letter of resignation because I'm like, I don't swear oaths to any organization. It'd be different if you've hired me and I'm doing a non-compete clause, but otherwise, absolutely not. So then they continued to keep me in their emails. And then guess what I discovered? When they have I think it's the Fiesta thing that they put on, they spend approximately $10,000 on alcohol. And attorneys have an issue with alcohol, right? And so I sent an email, and in the email I said, instead of spending $10,000 on alcohol, why don't you let the attorneys pay for their own alcohol? And you can do tea, water, whatever. And I said, you can set that money aside. And when you have an attorney who's sick, instead of them still having to work because solo practitioners don't get paid if they don't work, I said, how about helping them out financially? Ooh, I got so much backlash. And I was like, yeah, thank you. This organization is not what I thought it would be. So that came up on my timeline.
Sad.
It is. And I'm like, and you know what here's the kicker about it. When we had COVID and they were not doing CLEs anywhere, and I knew solo practitioners didn't have money to pay for CLEs, I did a 3-day CLE to cover all of the hours that any attorney would need for free. The only thing I was saying, hey, if you want to donate to scholarships for students or this, you can do that. And some of the attorneys were donating to scholarships. And guess what? Every last one of those members, well, I wouldn't say everyone, a majority of the SACLA people were on that Zoom getting their CLE for free. But I was like, hey. So that came up in my timeline.
That's crazy.
John, you're looking at me like, what? Yeah, that really happened. All right, I'm going to call the docket. When I call the docket, you need to stand and let me know you're here. Otherwise, I'm going to assume you're not here and a warrant may be issued for your arrest. Let's not start Monday that way. Perez is in custody. Dahar, custody. Is Mahan in custody or on bond?
I think he's in federal.
All right, we will see. Natalie Jean Garcia. Jonathan Lee Pomeratz, custody. Eric Mason, custody. Araya Yandel. Thank you. William Jean James. He had a bus issue. I understand that because I used to take the bus. Hector Carino, custody. Jeffrey Paul Davila. Thank you. Garrett Dillon. Ruben Sanchez. Justin Lopez, custody. Roger Anthony, custody. Lisette Rodriguez. Thank you. Jeffrey Davila, I've already called you previously. Mike Solana, custody. Deshaun Jarman Lewis. Thank you. Valerie Campion. Is she in custody or on bond?
She's in custody. She's not in very contract.
All right, thank you. Jesse Garza, Hector Carino, Daryl King, custody. Dominic Smith, custody. Robert Perez, custody. Charlie Perkins, custody. Marina Fonseca. Marina Angel Fonseca. Johnny De La Rosa, calling in from Garza West. He'll be calling in shortly. Arnold Pena.
That one's gonna have to get rescheduled.
All righty. Jose Mesa, custody. Gabriel Rubincheck, custody. I'm sorry? Oh, sorry. Gabriella. Anyone who's present in your name was not called? Oh, sorry. What's your name? Natalie Garcia?
Yes. She's on the first page. 3 down. Second row now, or 4 down.
Thank Thank you. All right, anyone else?
Oh, that's like.
All right, attorneys, you all know the rules. Do I need to repeat the rules? Thank you. All right, everyone, please confer. Let the clerk know when you're ready to proceed.
I felt very black and white today, right? From black. It's not beautiful. I didn't know.
But Deputy Laura, I did not take the oath of allegiance to an organization. Yes. Okay, all right, thank you.
On, yes. What time?
I don't know.
Sure.
Give me a hard time.
Off the
So
record,
is it-
I talked to Robert Moffitt, he was a counsel. He said back in November,
Okay, so basically.
he asked to withdraw and said it was orally granted.
Yes.
And that's all he knows. He said he's.
And there it's right there.
Oh, no, he,
said it wasn't granted on the order until like last week.
Yes.
yeah, because nobody gave me the order, but he'll be calling in. Have you had a chance to speak with him? Okay, so he'll be calling in, so that way we can let him know that you're his attorney and you're taking care of things.
I don't have any,
You don't, I mean, you
know what
haven't,
basis to extend the 30 days?
yes, I mean, yes, I do.
If you grant it, then it's okay then.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Because you're-
Give it back.
Thank you.
Okay, Wednesday, or I'll check with you. Let me just call my.
The 27th to the 20th. Would you be successful? Obviously, it's Sunday.
Okay.
Cindy, on page 11, Johnny De La Rosa, were you the court reporter on that case?
When was the day that it was heard?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I have to look up. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, they should be in there. I literally, there was tons of us. Or maybe the middle. I know they're in there because I was seeing them.
Oh, this November 18th.
That's gonna be on backup hard drive. Let me go grab that.
So he's supposed to be zooming in. We're gonna find out if he still wants to do his appeal. Probation, Robert Perez is being reset to August 6th.
Thank you. Yes, sir. I'll look at that.
All right, and once Gabriella Rubincheck is brought out, we'll take that matter up. So have you all conferred on the motion to revoke? Not on the bond, but on the motion itself? Gabriella Rubincheck.
We haven't conferred just yet, but. Oh, on the.
I'm still trying to say the thing.
I'm sorry. Was it Dominic Dayton Smith that was reset?
Uh,
Just told me.
No, it's Robert Pettis. On page 9.
Robert Pettis. PSI?
Yeah, yes, he has a PSI and also I think he has a motion to revoke or something.
Okay, that gentleman just came and asked me for the PSI on.
Not on Robert Pettis,
Okay, when was he reset to?
August 6th.
Yes. 9 a.m.?
Hmm.
9?
Yes.
9 a.m.? Okay. I don't know if you normally do those in the mornings or in the
Oh,
afternoons.
yes, morning.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Deputy Laura. Explain to me how Alamo Ranch, they're gonna do a 6-lane roadway, but there are some parts in San Antonio that don't even have a sidewalk. And no potholes. I bet you those are places where people don't vote.
Yes. So I put my dog in a patient. After I feel like health education, I'm kind of nervous. I don't really like that many people, right? So then I put it in a sanitary fencing bulldog, a group basically. Now we raised 176 yards and 40 comments. People saying like, oh, we're gonna go. Okay, whatever. Like, and then some lady comments, she's like, that's going to have a record. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, maybe we'll do it. I made it real quick. And now he has like a little registry of like I just put like affordable stuff in there. But I did put like stuff that were like a little bit pricey. Because if they wanted to buy one, we don't want them to find it. But yeah. That lady bought him. I'm having these balls to be low. And they're like $5 for these. And then he bought it. I thought it was so sweet. That's like, oh my God. Well, so all I'm gonna do is I'm making, because at first we're gonna do soda and water, but we're gonna do sweet and water. And then I'm gonna buy the sweet soy bottles and start to sit over to the some of the icing those bottles and then water. And then I'm gonna buy like a big bowl of, they could drink water. Maybe I might be so cool. If you start a little spoon. But so we're gonna do that, and then and then I'm gonna buy that from Samsung, the cupcake. I'm also gonna make a little container for us to pour. If you take the dollar, and then the question. And then what else? And then I got the small bag. I bought 30 of those and I bought 30 of those other. And then I'm gonna make some little gummies. I don't know how many of these. So like I myself like it's for the dog. If I don't have what we're gonna do. I just my family. My family's
On now, those moving checkers here, prosecutor and I are getting the paperwork together so we can negotiate on the MTR stuff.
So, I mean, are you all going to, because if y'all are working out the MTR, then there's no need.
I don't know, we're going to the MTR set for the 20th. as a contempt of the MPO.
Okay. All right, so did y'all want to wait and negotiate with that and then do the bond?
I want to do the bond now, so I've got to fix that done, and then he and I will make an earnest effort.
All right, Cindy, are you ready?
Yes.
I think I want to listen to this.
Go ahead, I'm ready.
All right, where's Ruben check?
Right.
All right. Court is calling 2024 CR 0736 State versus Gabriela Ruben check. Can I have parties announced?
John Young for the defense.
And are you Miss Ruben check? Is it check or chop?
Check.
Check. Could I have parties announced for the record? I'm sorry, you all have already announced. Yeah, let's do it again, right? All right, so your attorney has filed a motion to set bond. Does anyone want to put any evidence on the record for court on her ability to make bond?
Not from the state judge.
She has been remanded without bond because she picked up some new offenses, Your Honor. We have agreed to a recommendation of $5,000. The previous bond had been $3,000.
Okay, off the record for a moment. Thank you.
Ms. Rubincheck has been in custody. She has no resources other than one friend of hers who has attempted to help her. He has very limited resources. He's been able to make about $300 payment toward me and her representation. So I know that his resources are very limited. He would like to try and get her out, and I'm sure that with a $5,000 bond, he would be able to make payments to a bail bondsman to bond her out.
All right, what's her criminal history?
Judge, she's currently on probation for,
Possession, let's in a gram.
no, for smuggling of persons out of Kenny County, as well as the less than a gram in Berry County. Other than that.
And what are the what are the offense dates?
For smuggling of persons, I do not know, Judge, but she also has two new offenses, the new possession of controlled substance, as well as tampering and unauthorized use of commodities.
Shouldn't you all? Does anyone know the date of the smuggling of persons?
I don't.
All right, thank you.
I don't have any information on it at all because it's never shown up on any of the MTR.
Ah,
Judge, it appears it was April 22nd of 2022,
ah,
according to the transfer paperwork we have from the other county.
all right, thank you. That helps me. All right, do you want to raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Gabriela Rubencheck.
All right, the questions I'm going to ask you are not about the allegations that are in this motion. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. In the past, have you ever used any type of controlled substance?
And in the past, yes, Your Honor.
And what would that be?
Methamphetamine.
And have you ever been diagnosed with any type of mental health issues?
No, Your Honor.
Have you ever been on any type of prescription medication?
No, Your Honor.
All right.
I wish I could say that.
You know, I always think when you say prescription medication, people don't, like when they have the flu, if somebody gives them prescription medication, I don't know why people don't count that as prescription medication. But maybe you've never been on any type of prescription medication.
No, Your
All right. All right, this is going to, the bond will be set at $5,000. There's going to be regular UAs, waive fees. And Ms. Ferguson, Give her a reset form for August 20th, because that's when her contested hearing is. And there will be no further resets on that contested hearing. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
You're
Your Honor.
welcome.
This is Ferguson there.
He is not.
Yes, I'll get it.
It's not.
Didn't see her head. That's why I was.
They left you out here to your own devices.
Yes. Then they'll give you a copy of this.
New operations. The new operations.
This is on the trial of Johnny.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I took that.
Okay. Well, if he decides that he is going to want his appeal, then you have to start preparing it.
Okay.
We're going to find out today at 9:30 because he's supposed to be zooming in.
Okay. Yeah, this is just the date of the verdict, so.
Well, just sitting around, but it did, yeah. You know what, whatever. As long as she's serious.
Ah, we are here. To the caller, please unmute.
That's what it was. Look.
You told me how many days you'll cut on that.
To the person on Zoom on the phone, please
sorry.
unmute. Yes.
It's on.
Hello, is that Mr. De La Rosa?
Yes, it is.
All right. Cindy, are you ready?
Yes.
Court is calling 2024 CR 008420 State versus Johnny De La Rosa. So, Mr. De La Rosa, you are by Zoom from Garza West, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So, Mr. De La Rosa, with regards to your case, the court granted your right to appeal if you chose to appeal. However,
Yes, Your
for
Honor.
some reason, the order was not tendered to the court, although the court had made a ruling on your notice or your request for appeal after trial was concluded. So the attorney that has been appointed to represent you on appeal is James Seeloff. And for
Yes,
the
Your Honor.
record, Mr. Seeloff is present in the courtroom. Mr.
Yes, Your
Seeloff
Honor.
has not been able to start on your appeal because the order had not been signed and he was not giving access to the trial court records. But he has been
Yes, Your Honor.
assigned. He's going to be given access to the records. Do you still wish to continue with your appeal?
I do, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Seeloff, do you need to speak to him or would you like to speak to him in the breakout room?
No, I just want to know what to put down for the docketing statement for notice of appeal. What date?
You can start with today's date, and if you can do an out of time notice. And the out of time is because you had not received the order on his notice of appeal.
Okay.
And if there are any issues with the fourth court, just let us know. All right,
Thank you. May I be excused?
you may be excused. And Mr. De La Rosa, your appeal will
Yes,
be
Your Honor.
your appeal will be perfected with Mr. Seeloff, okay?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you very much, Your Honor.
All right, you're welcome.
Do I put today's date?
Yes. Oh, Mr. Seeloff, you have Cindy's information because she'll let you know when the record is prepared.
Okay, I was gonna send the motion.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's my card though.
I don't need it. Thanks. Take your time.
Thank you.
I got 4 other.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Judge.
You're welcome. Cindy?
Yeah.
Can you? Okay. Deputy Laura, when you get a chance, can you bring out Eric Mason, please?
Your judge.
All right. Mr. Mason? Yes. Your attorney is currently in a jury trial in another court, so of course they cannot be here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to recall you for next week, and hopefully he will have concluded his trial this week. So I don't know where he is in the phase. I don't know if they've done jury selections or not.
Question,
Sure.
is there a motion to back out of the veto,
I'm sorry, what?
the veto I signed? Can I back out of that?
Back out of what?
The veto?
Plea deal.
Ah, okay.
Alright.
So did you enter a plea in this case?
Yes, ma'am, I don't know why I did,
Well, no. So here's the thing. That's something you'll need to speak to with your attorney,
okay,
and I will hear it. And there are only a few legal grounds for filing a motion to withdraw a plea. So, yes, we'll be back next week. Norma, recall this for Monday.
Yes, sir.
And if your attorney is available sooner than then, he will let us know.
thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You should-
Rubicek? What would I call today? Trying to think.
Just one second. All right. Who's next?
Page 1, 3 down on Fran.
Brian Mahan? Yes.
Hi, Judge. Good morning.
Good morning.
Mr. Mahan, is in federal custody.
Mhm.
He's expected to be released on the 8th.
Okay. The 8th of this
August.
month?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Norma,
You're good.
on this case, since he's expected to be released on the 8th, make sure that he is brought to court on he's being released on a Saturday?
That's what it says.
All right, Norma, then have him on the docket for August 10th. All right, we'll see you back on August 10th.
Judge,
Thank you. And let me see, why isn't Odyssey opening?
this will go out, he's open. I don't know if he has enough credit. By two. Then on the other case, the cap of 5 on a $33. You don't get all that.
Someone else ahead of me, but on the PSI for Kinsey, with Lauren's permission, I was able to get her permission to show you his photographs.
Sure, just sit him here.
Family photos, free to look at.
Okay, just give me a minute.
It's hard because you can't just. It's not a website you can go to that says how much time in jail he has. I'll tell his mom,
Okay.
like to tell him. Some days.
Yeah, that'll work. Thank you.
Yes.
But I was next on the list for Jeffrey Davila. It's just a reset. It's a discovery hearing. I do believe I have all this discovery confirmed.
What page is he on?
3, I believe. Jeffrey Davila, he's got 3 volumes.
All right, Jeffrey Davila. All right, today is the plea deadline date. Where are we? Is this going to be a jury trial?
We confer, Judge, we did not reach an agreement.
All right, Norm, I need this set for a jury trial.
Yes.
You can put it on August 17th.
Yes.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Once you sign the reset form, you will be excused. Thank you.
But PSI's were,
Well, let me ask you this. How long do you state, how long y'all expect this trial to last?
Judge, it's probably gonna be around 3 days.
Okay. Are y'all ready this week?
We're not ready to speak.
All right.
I just saw it was a discovery hearings.
Now, and I need an acknowledgement of discovery signed. All right, thank you. And state that's acknowledgement of discovery in 3 cases.
Yes.
I sent it, Judge.
All right, thank you. All right, who's next?
Yes, right. He's on page 10 to that. Thank you.
No,
I didn't know if you said.
no, he didn't.
Does the extradition, where he's at?
All right, so if y'all will call the defense attorney, he should know. All right, the court is calling 2026 CR 004753, State versus Charlie Ray Perkins. Can I have parties announced?
Lauren, number 8.
Joseph States and defense attorney.
All right, and are you Mr. Perkins? We're here today for sentencing. And counsel, here you are.
Thank you, Judge.
According to your plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 7 years in the prison. There's a $1,200 fine. State is opposed to your application. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report?
Yes, Judge.
Any objections to the PSI report?
Just to point out two things, both on page 1, it may be minor, but driver's license not on file, Texas, he's never had a license. It's not that it's not on file, he's never had a license. Guilt minimalized was, there's a box for an X on that.
Mhm.
However, I thoroughly read the narrative, Mr. Perkins read the narrative, and I get that's more for arguments, but it clearly says, for the instant offense, I had a firearm on me. I was driving. I got arrested for the firearm. I had a Glock on me.
Just 1 second, I'm sorry. Deputy, could you move them to the other end? And I'm sorry, you can continue.
I had the Glock on me. I misbehaved. I was on parole at the time. I shouldn't be carrying a firearm. He didn't, and again, this could be more argument, but I just want the court to know, in my opinion, it should be guilt acknowledged. He accepted that.
Good.
Aside from that, there's no corrections.
All right. Any witnesses state?
State Judge.
Defense, any witnesses?
Yes, Judge. And may I call my first witness?
Sure.
I'm calling Tina Williams.
Mrs. Perkins, you're back against his counter.
And by the microphone. And just
Hello.
make sure you speak loudly.
Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand if you'll state your name for the record.
Tina.
All right, just make sure you keep your voice up so I can hear and the court reporter can hear.
Yes.
All right, defense, you may proceed.
What is your relationship to Charlie Perkins?
I'm his mother.
And it's safe to say that you know about his life. You raised him,
Yes,
right? And he has a son.
yes, he does.
Is this picture sticky? Sorry. Picture of Charlie and his son.
Yes, it is.
And Charlie's son is named Charlie
Charlie.
Jr.
Yes,
Right. And how old is Charlie Jr.?
he's 5.
And prior to the arrest for this case, I had asked you to get some documents to show that he was employed prior to the arrest of the case, correct?
Yes,
And these are some documents regarding the staff force, the temp agency.
yes,
And these are various dates. End of 2025, there's multiple pay stubs showing that he was employed working through 2025, the end of 2025.
yes,
Separate from that, you tried, but you couldn't print out something showing that he was working up to the day of the arrest.
yes.
But
I do have it on my phone.
on your phone.
Yes,
So
so it was daily pay that they put it on in my account.
all right. And where's Charlie Jr. currently residing?
He was like,
And the other person in your household is your sister?
mine,
Sorry, I'm sorry,
my daughter,
your daughter,
Diamond.
Charlie's sister.
Take care of us.
All right. And you have nothing to do with this case. The facts of the case, you don't know anything about this case, the car, the firearm, you weren't there,
I wasn't there. No.
right? Is there anything you want this judge to know about Charlie?
Since he's been out, he's taking care of his son. He's been trying to do the right thing to take care of him, be a good citizen. Working.
All right. And you know that your son has prior criminal cases.
Yes,
The vast majority of them are juvenile cases.
yes,
As an adult, he only went to prison for one case.
yes.
How old was he when he went to prison?
I want to say it was about 18,
All
I
right.
believe, 18 or 19.
All right. I passed the witness.
State?
Just a few questions. So you stated that
Mr. Perkins resides with you, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And is your daughter an adult or is she a juvenile?
An adult,
She's an adult, okay, how long has Charlie been?
all of his life, besides the time he was in prison.
Okay, so in living with you, do you own a firearm in your home?
No, ma'am.
Did you know Mr. Perkins to own a firearm prior to this offense?
No, ma'am.
And you told defense counsel you were aware of his prior history, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you aware that he was arrested for an unlawful carry of a weapon in July of 2021?
Yes, I did also.
You know how he got that firearm?
No, ma'am, I don't.
Do you know how he got the firearm in the instant case?
No, ma'am.
So you didn't have any knowledge that he possessed or owned a firearm?
No,
Okay,
I had never seen one in my house either.
okay. And so on these offense dates, do you know where Charlie Perkins Jr. was?
He was with me.
Okay. And you told the court also that Mr. Perkins was trying to do right. Is that a fair statement to say?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and this involves driving, correct, to do his job?
Yes, ma'am.
But you know Mr. Perkins did not have a license then, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And he's never had one?
No.
But
he's
you
never
know
had-
him to operate a motor vehicle still?
Yes,
And you know that's a violation of the law, correct?
I did not.
No further questions.
Any other questions?
Ms. Perkins, does somebody have to have a license to drive a vehicle? In the sense of a vehicle is still safe from the manufacturer. It has tires, the engine runs, correct?
Yes.
A license. No further questions.
All right. I have a,
It's loud.
I think the phone is ringing. I have questions if there are no objections.
None from me.
All right. So here's the thing. The information that you've given me, it's surface level information, right? It's his criminal history. It's the driving without a license. I mean, we know we have to have a license before we get behind the wheel of the car. We know we're supposed to have insurance. Some people drive without a license. Some people drive without insurance. We all know this. But my question for you is this. Where did he go wrong in his life? Like why is he at 18 years old committing a robbery? Because I think that's what he went to prison for. Why is he doing that at 18 years old? Did he graduate from high school?
No,
Yeah. Did he get his GED?
he's working on it.
All right. So my question is like, why didn't he graduate from high school? Where was his family? Did nobody tell him, hey, you need to be in school? Did he drop out of school? Why did he drop out of school? What's going on? Because people will come into court and they always want to beg for mercy, right? Like, I know you don't want your son to go to prison. And what I can tell you is there is nothing that you can tell me that will be wrong unless it's not the truth, right? You know, your testimony to me is not going to be like, aha, she said this, so he's going to prison. I'm trying to wade through everything so I can make an appropriate decision on what is appropriate in this case. Should he go to prison? Should he not go to prison? So why did he turn out the way he is? Like, why is somebody not in high school? Why is he 18 years old and committing a robbery? This is the information I want to know, because then maybe I'll understand why is he on parole, which I'm assuming he was on parole from the robbery, and then he's driving around with a gun that obviously he knew he was not supposed to have, because the state just received testimony that he had an unlawfully carrying of a weapon before. And what I can tell you in the stipulated evidence, there was more going on than just the police pulling him over. It started with the legal tint on windows. Then it turns into he's not really pulling over. Then it turns into marijuana smell in the car and somebody spraying, you know, air freshener or something to get rid of marijuana, which somebody who knows of this has just, you know, informed me that you can't spray Lysol to cover up marijuana because you're just going to smell marijuana and Lysol. So all of that was happening on this day. So why is he 18 years old committing a robbery? And I say committing a robbery because he pled to it. And why is he not in high school? Why are we here? You know what I mean? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
So that's the information I need. This whole thing about he has a child he needs to take care of. I think you and I know the people who've been doing the heavy lifting of taking care of his child has been you. So that's what I want to know.
He's never liked school and I'm trying my best to keep him in school. That's all I can.
So you said he never liked school?
School was always hard for him.
All right. And hard why? What do you mean?
His reading comprehension is not up to par.
All right. So why did that happen? Did he not go to preschool? What happened?
He's been to school all grades.
Okay. And so how did you address the issue?
He was in the classes for ADHD and learning disability.
All right. So did you have him tested? Does he
Yes.
have a learning disability?
Yes, ma'am, yes.
And what was that?
Slow learning disability.
All right. And so knowing that he had those issues, how did you address that or the school address that with him?
He was always in the 504 classes.
Mhm.
And we did day by day work with him.
Okay. And then this gang affiliation that I'm reading about, where does that come in?
That I'm not,
Okay. Were you aware of that at all?
I was a little bit aware of it, but I'm not super sure about games and stuff.
Okay.
I was never that type to be around.
Okay. And again, nothing that you told me is to his detriment, because this is information I need to know so I can hopefully make the right decision. Okay. So thank you so much for coming down. Is there any other questions?
Yes.
Yes.
On the PSI report, is this an accurate statement that according to Mr. Perkins, he was raised by his mother and his father? However, his father was in and out of his life. Do you think that his father in and out of his life had an effect on his education, his schooling, his upbringing?
It could have,
But you were always there for your son.
yes, I was.
But he missed out on a fatherly figure.
Yes, he had no model.
Right. And do you know where his father's at nowadays?
He lives here in San Antonio.
But not with y'all?
No.
Pass the witness.
You just stated that Mr. Perkins went through all grades of school, correct?
Well, I want to say to the 6th grade.
And then he dropped out?
Yes, not, well, he, until he was like in juvenile and going to jail.
Okay, and then he still resided with you, correct?
Yes,
And, okay, no further questions.
All right.
I was thinking of the kindergarten stuff.
Can I ask a question for clarification?
Yes, Judge.
So are you saying, and if I'm wrong, please correct me, are you saying that from the time he was 6th grade, he was in trouble and then juvenile stepped in?
Yes,
So 6th grade was the last grade he was in before he was in the juvenile system?
it's either 6th or 7th.
6th or 7th grade. All right. And what were his issues during that time period?
He was just misbehaving at school.
And did you go to juvenile court to help address those issues?
Yes,
Okay. And his son, who is staying with you, is he in school?
yes, he is.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming down.
Yes.
You're welcome.
If I may call my second witness?
Yes.
Diamond Perkins.
All right. Can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right. You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Diamond Perkins?
All right. Just make sure you keep your voice up so I can hear and the court reporter can hear. Okay. All right. Defense.
And what is your relationship to Mr. Perkins?
Brother.
Okay.
All right, I know it's an obvious question, but just for the record. And you understand that you were here listening to all the testimony before with your mother?
Yes, I did.
All right, but you're not part of this case at all?
No, not at all.
You understand that Charlie's looking at up to 7 years prison?
Yes.
And just to distinctly clarify from your mother's testimony to what you're about to testify, Charlie Jr., you were in care of Charlie Jr. prior to your mother being in care, correct?
Yes, so, well,
So you moved into your mother's house recently.
today I am living here.
Okay, so prior to today, Charlie Jr. has been with you somewhere else.
My own apartment.
Okay. And you know, if Mr. Perkin gets released, does he plan on moving in with you and your mom?
Yes, but we're trying to, if he gets released, I'm trying to move somewhere else so that way he can, cause he helps me with my 2 kids as well. So I was trying to move so that way he can be stable, because he gets around his group of friends and he doesn't know. He has too many peers around him to where he cannot function and like focus on what he really needs to get done. So,
He needs to be in a better neighborhood
yes. Better city, something.
and
He
to
needs
not.
to get away from it. I will start there.
Is there anything you want this judge to know about your brother?
Yeah, if I can say, okay, so prior to, okay. Me and my brother, we're the only 2 siblings that have the same mother, same father. So as far as him growing up in life, he's seen and done a lot or whatever, but my mom, she's always working. I helped her take care of my siblings and everything. She's always been working in and out, working 2 jobs, helping them what she can when when we're around here or whatever. But I would say he started like that after he realized the type of father we had. Like my dad's an alcoholic, so as far as him trying to figure life out and the incidents that happened as far as my mom and my dad with him being present there is when he spiraled out of control. And then as far as controlling him, I drifted off and went to go have a kid with my child's father and everything. So I stopped being around him, and that's when he went to jail for that robbery and everything. Like it's just mostly guiding him and hey, no, chill, no, or whatever. So as far as that, no, he has not had that in a minute since. Honestly, since I've been back and forth having my kids. So I leave and because we were both staying at my mother's house, and when I leave or whatever, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to go move over here for my child's father, then that's when I'll start getting little phone calls and stuff, hearing like what happened and stuff, and then I'll be like, hey, what are you doing? Like, you have to literally redirect him daily, like, sir, no. Like, if he has that around him, he's going to pick up with it, because that's what he feels is it, but it's not. When he's with me and he helps with the kids, he is amazing. I will give him that. If he's living with me, inside with me, daily, I have him doing stuff because I don't have time for all of them to be over here. I have kids. I don't know. You can clean, you can help, you can work, you can do all of that. But all that extra friends, no. They're not allowed because they're not the best people to partake in and everything. But I will say, when he's away from them, he does better. Like if you have to like honestly force him to do it, he's going to do it. Like it's not too much of he's the worst person in the world. He's not, don't get me wrong. He has prior convictions and everything, but he still needs a lot of growing as well. I will say this last time that he did just get out, he has done better. He was like, oh, I'm not going with them this time. Oh, I'm not going with them and stuff. Like he will sit up there and start taking control of his life. He did start taking control over it and stop letting them call him and be like, hey, what you doing? And everything. I will say that. Yeah.
No further questions.
All right, state.
Yes, very brief. Who is older, you or Mr. Perkins? You, how much older are you?
I'm 27 and he's 24, 25.
And you stated that you are moving in with your mom, but if Mr. Perkins gets probation, y'all will both move out together, is that?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm trying to at least better him, so that way he can do what he needs to do, because I have his child and it's not even just his child. He takes care of his stepdaughter, he takes care of his son, and my kids. They all have
Okay,
a bond.
I'm gonna break it down a little. So Charlie Junior is 5, correct?
Yes.
And how old are the stepchildren?
So today's August, so she'll be 7, August 24th.
And then your child, how old?
Mine's 8 and 3 and 4.
And are those nieces and nephews or?
Yes.
You said 8 and 3?
Yeah, 8 and 4.
I'm sorry, 4. And do you work full time?
Me, yes, from here and there, no.
So not full time, but you do have
Yeah,
employees?
yes.
Okay, and when you are at work, who watches the kids?
I work during school hours. If I have to work outside of school hours, they will either go with my mother, or if he's home, then that's who he doesn't be with my kids. He does.
And you realize that probation requires a lot of personal responsibility on the person.
Sure, yes.
Okay, and that he's gonna have to step up and do the things he needs to do, right?
Yes.
Constant guidance.
Yes.
And you also realize as his sister, although you want to
The-
guide him and do right by him,
It's
he's gonna
still
have
up-
to make the choice, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so how can you assure this court that Mr. Perkins is gonna do what he needs to do to be successful? Because he hasn't in the past.
I know, and that's the problem. We have not fully moved in together. Like, he's always been at my mom's and I've always been going and having my kids. But as far as assuring him, it's the fact that I know, because he knows his kids and he knows my kids. He knows what I allow, what I don't allow. So as far as all of that, he knows I'm very secure with my kids. I don't allow any of that around my kids. Because at the end of the day, my kids are in my care. My kids are in jeopardy of your stuff. So
Okay, and then do you view your brother as a good role model for Charlie Junior?
as far as, yes, and while he's in his presence, yes, he makes sure he don't cuss around him. He makes sure nothing, like, he goes and takes him places and does everything. He put the kids in football. He'll take them, go get ice cream, take them, yes. But as far as his prior conviction, he honestly, his dad probably, I mean, his child wouldn't even probably know that he had those if he was honestly. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't even know.
So it's your testimony that you believe Mr. Perkins is a good role model for Charlie Junior?
I do.
Okay, and how do you reconcile him being a good role model for Charlie Junior, but still engaging in criminal activity?
I wouldn't say he still engages in criminal activity. I do understand that he did have a gun prior to him getting pulled over. How did he get that? That part I don't know, but at the same time, I have been back and forth and have not been around him daily. So that part I do not know.
Okay, and would it surprise you to learn that Mr. Perkins was also arrested and had marijuana in his possession?
I did not know that at all.
Okay, and do you know Mr. Perkins to have a driver's license?
Oh, no, he does not have a driver license. And I will say that fell to being in and out of the system. Like, he'll get out and then other things will happen and then he'll go back in. So as far as him actually being stable, I'm for sure he will go get that. For
And
sure.
do you know Mr. Perkins to operate motor vehicles with either his son or your children in the car?
Oh, no, I don't let him drive with my kids. I'm for sure. I do not let him drive with my kids, his kids. No.
But you're not around 24/7, correct?
I am around my kids, but as far as when my kids get left with my mother, because he's not allowed to drive my kids, they stay with her. But he does not drive around his kids, my kids. If they want to go somewhere, we can all go. And that's how I do it with him. You can ask him for himself. He does not drive my kids or his kids. You're welcome.
All right, any other questions?
No follow-up.
All right, thank you so much for giving me some insight.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Last witness,
Yes.
Charlie Perkins.
All right, do you want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Charlie Perkins.
All right, and before we begin with questioning, here's the thing. I know that people say they have bad childhoods, their father's not in their life, maybe their mom's not in their life. But you know what I always want to know? At what age do we reach when all of our decisions are our decisions, and it's not because my father wasn't around? No, I'm just putting that out there. So now when questions are asked, we'll see where we go, okay? All right, you may proceed.
Mr. Perkins, you're telling this court and the PSI officer that you were driving and you had a firearm in the vehicle, correct?
Yes, sir.
Where it says guilt minimalized, guilt declined to discuss and guilt acknowledged, there's a mark on guilt minimalized. You see that? But you're saying that you're, and I underlined it. You're driving, you had a firearm, you had a Glock on you. You did this, you misbehaved, you're on parole, you shouldn't be carrying a firearm. Correct. I believe your mother said that the last grade you attended was your 6th grade, but I believe it was your 9th grade? 9th grade. And you didn't know this until the PSI came up, but you have a 2nd grade reading level, correct?
And it ain't the reading grade, it's the spelling. I can read good, I read myself, it's all day.
Is it comprehension?
Like, I can read. I just ain't spell them.
Okay.
And you were in special education classes while you were in school? Make sure you speak loud. When you were on parole, that was around the end of 2024. So from January 2022 through pretty much the entire 2024, you were in prison.
Yes, sir.
Maybe early January 2025, you're on parole. And from that time till you're arrested, you had work, you're employed.
Yes.
During the time you're on parole, you were a victim of a ag assault deadly weapon. You were shot.
Yes.
Do you know if the person was ever arrested for that offense?
I don't know.
You were taken to a hospital for the shooting.
Yes, sir.
All right. Law enforcement never followed up with you?
And I'm sorry, when would this have been, counsel?
8 months prior to February 2020. About 8 months prior to February 2026. And you know that as a convicted felon, you cannot possess firearms.
Yes, sir.
On parole, you cannot possess firearms.
Yes, sir.
On probation, you cannot possess firearms.
Yes, sir.
Even if you had waited out the parole or discharge, there's a 5-year period where you still cannot possess firearms. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
The area you're at where you're shot, the area where you associate with, you don't want your son growing up and being around the same area as you, correct?
Yes.
You want your son to have a better life than you. The prior gun case the state had referenced an unlawful carry weapon, that was a misdemeanor unlawful carry weapon in 2021, correct?
Yes, sir.
So you were not a convicted felon until January 2022?
Yes.
You understand the judge can sentence you up to anywhere from 2 years to 7 years prison?
Yes.
You're asking the judge to give you probation?
Yes. Yes.
Is there anything you want to tell the judge in asking her for considering probation?
Yes, I know I was on parole. I wasn't gonna carry a gun. It wasn't me. It wasn't an accident that I did it. I was just misbehaving. I got shot, so I just kept protection. I know I ain't supposed to keep it, but I have my protection. I just kept the gun on me. But I was trying to get probation or whatever, so I could just, if I do get probation and move out of San Antonio, just change my life. I was taking my son when I came home, put him in school, I put him in football. I was doing what I had to do, but I didn't know how to carry a gun. You know, the gang members and all that. I ain't want to die, nothing like that. So if I move out of San Antonio, get a job, just work and do what I do. I ain't gotta worry about nobody shooting my car, doing none of that. So I put 10 on my cars. I was just shot in my belly.
And I believe in the PSI, there is some mention that you haven't been associated with the gang since 2020. All right. Pass the witness.
All right, state.
Yes, Judge, just briefly. Mr. Perkins, on the offense date, why did it take you so long? Or I guess not so long. Why were you leaving and didn't immediately pull over?
I put up to the road place, cause I was already down the street from where I was going to, so I put up right there, and I was gonna pull up right there.
Okay, and then when the officer approached, the report states that he smelled air freshener. Do you remember reading that, Mr. Judicial?
Yes,
Did you spray air
I
freshener?
just I always kept my car clean, cause I know I carry the gun, so I'm like, I'm gonna keep it clean. I don't spray the weed, I ain't spraying the air freshener, I do nothing like that. I ain't spraying, they said I spray something, but I ain't spraying that.
Okay, and were you able to detect the scent of marijuana yourself in the vehicle?
No,
Okay, and were you surprised, I guess, when the officer did find marijuana in the car?
yeah, but it was like less than the ground. I be having people in my car, so it less than the ground. It was like less than the ground.
So is it your testimony that wasn't the marijuana in your possession was not yours?
It was like less than the ground, like on the floor and stuff. You just scraped it up. You know, it was like that. It wasn't like bags of weed or nothing like that in my car.
Okay, and whose car was that?
It was a mine's in my name.
Okay, and how did you get that vehicle?
I was working, had a job. I was saving my money. I had bought me a car. They sold me a car with no license. Bought me a car. I needed to get to work and stuff.
Okay, so even though you know you don't possess a license, you thought the best decision was to get a car so you could get to work. Is that fair?
Yeah, I got insurance, but I was trying to get my license, but I just never went around to. I was too busy working and stuff.
Okay, and how did you get the firearm on the instant offense day?
I had got it. I was riding. I always kept going on to my protection.
Yeah, but my
After I got
question is,
shot.
how did you get it?
I had got it, like bought it, like spent some of my money. I check money and stuff like that.
Who did you buy it from?
I don't really know like that.
Okay, so you remember in the stipulations, right, when the officer ran the gun, it was returned to be stolen? So you,
I didn't steal it or nothing like that.
so you
I didn't.
purchased a gun from someone and you didn't know the whereabouts, is that fair to say?
It's not.
Okay, and on direct, you testified that you know you're not supposed to possess a firearm, correct?
It's not.
So how can you reassure the court that this time is gonna be any different than the past?
Cause if I was get probation, something like that, I'll move out San Antonio, just do right. I ain't got no people trying to kill me or nothing like that. I ain't got to look behind my back. I know I ain't gonna carry no gun because I ain't in my San Antonio, I ain't in my city. So I just do what I need to do, take care of myself, do what I gotta do.
Where was Charlie Jr. on this offense date?
I believe he was at home. I just
Okay,
got out of work early that day.
and then on the June 5th, 2025 robbery date where you were the getaway driver, where was Charlie Jr.?
He wasn't even born yet.
2022?
Yeah, I don't think he was born yet.
That was 4 years ago.
He probably was. I don't really remember. But he probably was born. He was probably at my baby mom's house or his mother's house, something like that.
Okay. No further.
Any other questions?
Yes, the robbery date was 2020, June 2020. So technically, your son wasn't born yet in June 2020. But
Yeah.
when you were,
That was my year of conviction date.
but when you were sentenced, it was January 18, 2022, where your son had been born. No further questions.
All right. Any other witnesses?
No other witnesses.
State any witnesses?
No, Judge.
All right. The court will hear argument. State.
Judge, we ask that you deny applications for deferred in probation and sentence to 7 years in the prison. Mr. Perkins, although I will concede that he admits to possessing the firearm and then operating the vehicle that he purchased, he continues to engage in criminal activities. I don't think he would be a good candidate for probation because he's his mom and his sister, and he even states that he intends to reside with people that he has been with when he gets into his prior, or when he got into his prior incidences of crime. So I don't think that's a good environment for him, and I don't think that he will be successful. He does have a prior MTR, and he was ultimately revoked because he pled true to the #1 UCW. And although that UCW date occurred prior to him being convicted on the robbery, he's still possessing guns. That's the issue. So boiling it down, Judge, I know he's aware that he's not supposed to possess these guns, but he continues to violate rules, and I just don't think he's going to be a good candidate.
All right, defense.
Judge, the priors that he's had as an adult is one conviction. He has a lot of juvenile cases that I would hope that you wouldn't use a juvenile against him. The juvenile cases appears to all be misdemeanors. I know that robbery is a serious felony. He has about 4 months left on parole. He has a parole hold. He can't get out. He never got a GED. He has a second grade reading, writing skills level. There was mention of a ISF, cognitive behavior, MRT. He's willing to go inpatient, and I would like it if you could order him to get a GED also, improve his job skills. He knows that he can't have a gun. He can't have a gun for protection. He doesn't want his son to be in the same area and neighborhood that he grew up. He wants to take his son and go outside San Antonio. The only investigation, to my knowledge, that happened with him being shot was the law enforcement seized his phone to see if there's any information that they can get from a phone, but they never gave him back the phone. There's been no follow-up where he was shot. He went to a hospital. They gave him some pills. They never gave him surgery. He still has a bullet in his back. He didn't have to go through rehabilitation.
Wait a minute. So he went to the hospital
For 2 days,
for 2 days.
and they gave him pills, and he
They
walked
didn't
out.
perform surgery, didn't remove the bullet.
And they didn't investigate who shot him, but they kept his phone. We can't make excuses about his father not being in his life, his
Let me
education.
ask you this. So do you know personally that he went to the hospital and they just gave him tablets, or is this just through your client?
Through my client, and interviewing him before the PSI.
Okay.
But there's no case where he's listed as a victim. The only case he has is this case here that the state has. We're asking for probation, 7 years probation. I think a structured environment would
So
help
is
him.
there any proof that he filed a report and was shot?
I wouldn't do that, Judge, unless I charge as a P. This is the first time I've heard this.
I was on the news when I got shot.
Oh, well, let's Google.
Let me Google it.
And was that before this offense?
That was when I was on road.
No. My question is, this shooting, was that before this offense? All right, if you all want to step back and see if you all can find that, and then,
Yes, Judge.
and who knows? Maybe the state may decide something else. I don't know.
Have a seat.
All right, who's next? Anyone else ready?
Yes, next on page 9 to down.
Smith?
Adrian, they just stepped out.
That's true. Stepped out.
They just stepped out.
All right,
Okay.
who's next?
Page 1 to down.
Dahar?
Dahir, yes.
Dahir.
He's in custody.
Marianne Dahir.
Oh, no, that's good job.
That's okay.
Sorry, that was me.
No, that's okay. I did leave and I came back, to be fair.
All right, so what is the update on this?
Yes, Your Honor. So she was incompetent, then found competent. We had a setting at the last court date and we had not gotten an offer yet. My understanding was the state was trying to reach out to CW and just different things like that. We did get an offer today, Judge, but we would like to reset it for 2 weeks for me to talk to the client a little bit more and to see if the state can actually get a hold of their complaining witness prior to taking a plea on the case. Now, there are 2 cases, Judge. There's one with family violence, one with CTD. But I think the more pressing case is going to be the family violence case, deciding, with the state being able to make contact with their complaining witness or not. I do believe that I have all the discovery in both cases. And I think we're more than likely going to work it out, but I'm giving the state an opportunity to confirm whether or not they can actually get a hold of their victim.
All right, so here's the thing. As all of the parties know, when someone has mental health issues, when they're restored to competency and brought back to the Bear County Jail, usually they decompensate quickly. So we're coming back on Thursday.
Okay, Judge.
All right, so recall this for Thursday.
And I'm sorry, Judge, one more thing for the record and for you, Judge, is we did do the mental health referral at the last setting, and that's why we wanted to see if she was going to get accepted into that program. From my understanding, that I got an email that she did not want to participate in that program, and so that's why they did not accept her into the program. But I think we can, again, ultimately, if the state can get a hold of their victim, we can work it out. If they can't, then they have to make a decision on that.
All right, so we're coming back, Norma, on August 6th.
Yeah.
And that's your plea deadline
Plea
date.
deadline. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Keep them.
All right, anyone else ready?
Okay. One that complete mine sit down, I don't know. But
Yes. I don't know about that yet.
All right, Norma. On Yandell, do you have the update on the sanity evaluation?
you can check.
Because it shows that it's been received, that it's been given to attorney, so. William James. All right, if you're William James, you need to be on the second row. All right, counsel, any update?
Yes, Judge.
Yes.
And something weird is happening with the phones to share it. I need to cancel out somehow to. There it goes. Okay. I had not shown the state.
Oh,
but
if you'll just show them, yes.
There's all I wanted to the defense attorney, did you see the email? Did he get notice? Did you receive this?
Okay.
That's all right.
All right, see if that attorney can come here so we can settle that better.
Already texted him this morning.
All right, okay, thank you.
Two attorneys that are federal
And
Okay.
he's asking for 8 o'clock.
Okay. All right, 8:11 is fine.
You want me to give him a reset?
Yes, just 1 second, council. Deshaun Lewis? Hello. All right. Your attorney is in federal custody. Have you ever had any contact with him?
Talk to him, man.
Okay. All right. So are you employed? All right. So we're going to bring you back on August 11th and your attorney will be here. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Once you sign the reset form, you'll be excused.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. The parties on Perkins.
Perkins. And if I may show you
Yeah.
my client's sister's phone. This is a photograph taken September 12th, 2025, and you can swipe it to the right. There should be,
Oh, I can see. All right.
in the September 12th, and I'll swipe it. There's a few pictures. And that date, September 12th, lines up with the KSAT news article from September 12th, 2025, where a man is dead after double shooting near East Side Sports Bar. It was a Vibe Sports Bar. Charlie Perkins was shot in the leg, that went through the leg, the butt, and the bullet ended up in his back.
And what day of the week was that? Do we know?
I can, September 12th, 2025.
Friday? And does anybody know what time that was?
The investigator said he is sending a report.
Oh, okay, we'll have the report. Are you okay to
Setback?
remain? Yes.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, anyone else ready?
Page 3 now. Hector.
Hector Carino. Come forward. All right, who's the prosecutor? All right. Today is plea deadline date. Have y'all reached an agreement or no?
No, Your Honor, and I have an additional issue.
Yes.
My computer crashed about a month ago. I recovered the data last Monday afternoon. I've been just trying to catch up. I'm not sure if I have all his discovery yet, because I've noticed that some of my discovery, about half of it, is inaccessible.
Mhm.
I will beg the court for just a little bit more time to make sure I have all the discovery, Judge, please.
Sure. All right, Norma,
Yes.
set this for a plea deadline date and jury trial date on August 18th.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you so much, Judge.
Yes,
Thank you, Judge.
you're welcome.
Have a seat, sir.
No, thank you.
You're welcome.
You said discovery and plea deadline.
Now, plea deadline date and jury trial.
Okay. Oh, she just goes by the next.
For which one?
Yeah. She's a no show.
Oh, she'll be next.
Okay, thank you.
Um.
I can always go. Okay,
It is, I'm gonna take off your.
okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And Norma, make sure that Mr. Carino is brought over dressed for trial.
Okay. Carino?
That is Hector Carino for August 18th. You're welcome.
Right behind you, Brandon. Carino? On.
Go downstairs.
Yeah.
Oh, you're empty. No, yeah. He's on. I'm playing.
Oh, he's already here.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
George Dumbert, where did he go? Is he outside with his client? All right, who else is ready?
Valerie on page 5 for
All right, Valerie Compion?
Good morning, Your Honor, that's my client.
Yes.
She's not here.
Has a warrant already been issued for her?
I watched. There might be one case that doesn't have a warrant.
All right.
Let me.
All right, we'll call them all, and then whatever case doesn't have a warrant on it will probably result in a warrant being issued.
And I asked the court for some she's been in contact with my office today or on Friday. I was out last week, Your Honor, but I know that we're actively trying to resolve these. So maybe we can hold them in abeyance for just a few days, maybe.
No, this has been on the docket too many times. So I'll give her till 11:30, otherwise we're calling the case. So do you want to wait till 11:30?
No, Your Honor, I didn't.
All right, the court is calling 2026 CR 008282, 2025 CR 003573, 2025 CR 007085, 2025 CR 009391, 2025 CR 009393. State versus Valerie Marie Campion. Can I have parties announced?
Ms. Elizabeth C.
Daniel Vela for Mr. Complian, Your Honor.
All right, this hearing was scheduled at 9 a.m. It is now 10:46 a.m. Deputy Laura, did you make an announcement?
Mr. Honor, I did negative contact.
All right, defense, have you had any contact with your client?
We have at our office, Your Honor. She's actively trying to resolve these warrants. She does know about the setting today, Your Honor.
State?
We would request a bond today.
All right, the court will issue a judge's warrant in each cause number and remand your client without bond.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Oh, no, you have to. Oh, sorry. I always forget. Everyone's done that.
All right, Adrian Pettis.
Morning, Judge.
Good morning. If you'll have your client come down. And what is your client's name?
One sec.
Dominic.
Yeah, Dominic Smith.
All right, Dominic Smith. Let me see what page he is on.
He's on the page 9.
Thank you. All right, are y'all proceeding with the motion to revoke? All right, could I see the MTR, please, on Dominic Smith? Thank you. All right, this should be pretty straightforward. So what we can do is we can recall this for this Thursday, or we can recall it for next Thursday.
I'm sorry?
Is Thursday a good day for you, counsel?
My client is asking for this Thursday, but it's not a great day for me. But next Thursday, I'm expecting to be in a murder trial.
Ah.
So is the court available this Friday?
No, we can do it on Monday. Is Monday not good for you?
I'm expecting to be in trial Monday.
Okay,
So in
starting
trial.
Monday.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, let me ask you this. Are you all able to do it on Friday then?
I can, yes, I could be here first.
We'll look at, I had some things scheduled, but I guess we'll.
I can't imagine that it would take very long.
Friday or no? Is that good for you, State? Because we can move it to a different day. It can be in 2 weeks instead of Friday.
Friday, we can do Friday.
All right, Norma, recall this for Friday. All right, we'll see you back on
I'll be
Friday.
here at 9.
And that will be a contested to probation. Yes.
Have a seat, sir.
Yes, no, we won't be.
You can sit in the first row.
Okay.
No, right now.
Where's James Toshi?
He stepped out. Judge.
All right, can you have him come back? All right, anyone else ready?
Yes, Jonathan on page 1.
Pomerantz? Jonathan Pomerantz.
Morning.
Morning. Hello. Yes.
Oh, we're here for a trial announcement. I think both sides are ready.
Oh, you ready? Okay. Yes. Norma, call a jury trial up here, please. A jury.
What time, Judge?
Have them come up at 11:30. All right, thank you.
1:30?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Call the jury up to be up here at. Thank you.
No, 75. For 1:30, for 11:30, 11:30, 75. Okay.
Everything for that files, right? It would be excused until 1:30?
Yes. Roger Anthony, has it been brought up yet?
No, Judge.
Anyone else ready?
Yes, on page 4, 1 down.
Garrett Dillon. Okay, I always see pictures of your traveling. And I was like, oh, to be there.
I think you just got back from fishing.
I did from the Bahamas, yeah. You know, fly out of Boston, round trip, $300. Couldn't pass it up.
Oh, you
I
can't.
took my 3 kids and it was,
Awesome. I saw you holding the fish.
oh yes, I love to fish. I brought it all back, you know, and that's always funny because I have homemade ice packs in there and I know one guy said, kind of looks like you're smuggling drugs. And I'm like, it's it is just fish, I promise.
I would run to the airport. I know her. I know she wouldn't do that. It's just fish. Let's take it out and grill it.
Yes.
So I'm assuming you all don't clean it there.
Sometimes we do. We usually leave the heads on,
Mhm.
bring them back, but got it at least.
So what type of fish did you catch?
Yellowtail snapper, Spanish mackerel, barracuda, triggerfish, some black snapper. It's,
oh wow.
Yeah.
All very tasty.
A parrotfish, which apparently is a big deal there.
Oh wow.
I know. It was a lot of fun.
Well, that's awesome.
School starts earlier and earlier every year, and so I always feel like I miss out. And I went, you know what? I'll just do Zoom hearings this week.
So have you ever seen the movie The Incredible Mr. Limpet?
No.
You know what I'm talking about. So anyway, Don Knotts gets turned into a fish.
I have seen it when I was a child.
So
Oh
my question is, did you just catch Don Knotts? How do you know? Did he have the little hat on?
Is it the one where they train him to find submarines?
Yes.
Okay.
And he was the deputy in the Andy Griffith Show, right?
Yes. But one of my favorite movies he did was The Ghost and Mr. Chicken. That was an awesome movie. Hopefully you have seen it. Maybe you're too young. I don't know. All right, let me see. All right, so where are we on this case with discovery, with plea offers? Where are we?
Judge, I believe all discovery was presented by the state to defense. However, I think there are some messages that defense is going to be conveying back to us that may help to resolve the case.
That's correct. All right, Norma, set this for a plea deadline date in 3 weeks. You all need to confer off docket.
Yes, Sam, we'll do that.
Sure.
24th, August 24th.
All right, August 24th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, if you find a little hat in there, you will know it was the Incredible Mr. Limpet.
My children watch that tonight.
Okay.
It's kind of.
Have a good one.
Jochi's here.
So you have a case that's set for trial tomorrow, but the state has filed a dismissal. Do you have any objections to the dismissal?
No objections.
Here you are. It's for further investigation.
But I appreciate you asking.
Oh, no, everybody should ask. You know,
Had I told you I object, would you have signed it?
we would have had a hearing on it. You know, there were some attorneys, they had a capital murder. And I had denied the state's motion for continuance. And then the state files a motion to dismiss. I'm like, defense, do you have any objections? They're like,
I would object to that. Call that.
they did not.
Really?
No.
Any jeopardy to attach.
Mhm. And then they came back, because I was like, I always tell people, according to the code, judges don't have to sign dismissals. Judges, it's like completely up to the judge
We
whether.
looked it up and
Mhm.
I remember like some verbiage about it being ministerial. I don't recall about whether there's discretion there or not. But I have been in that spot where I have objected to it, not this. But no, there's a method to the madness. There can be.
All right, anyone else ready?
Yes, Daryl King on page 6 at the bottom.
Daryl King.
We could add to the list of folks.
Good morning, Joe.
Is that?
Good morning, King.
Parents in custody.
Come forward, please.
Yeah.
Morning.
Judge, I was appointed on the 12th of July.
Mhm.
On one case I found this morning that I am actually appointed on 2 cases, same incident. One's I got kidnapping, the other's I assault deadly weapon,
All right, Norma.
zero discovery.
All right, Norma, I need a 30-day reset for discovery.
Number 3rd.
All right, thank you, counsel.
All right, thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Have excuse.
Yes, you may. You too. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Do you have any questions? All right, thank you.
I'll be able to use it.
Anyone else ready?
Rodriguez, page 4, 5.
Morning, Judge.
Good morning. How's it going?
Good, thank you.
Okay. Lisette Rodriguez?
Order to come up?
Yes, please. They are just recalling things left and right. Lettuce being recalled. Now there's some kind of.
Oh, you're talking about like the
bacon.
Taco Bell and stuff.
Yes,
Oh,
and they're recalling
I thought
bacon.
you were talking about the DA. Like, oh, well, I may be asking the same thing.
Okay, so on this one, she has this case that's been indicted and she has another case that has not been indicted.
Right, so just kind of Brandon and I were speaking and just kind of catching up. So Ms. Rodriguez came to court last Monday, was on
Yes.
bond and got arrested on a warrant, an at-large case. Miss Arlene Gay has been appointed to that case. And in speaking to Brandon this morning, you know, obviously he needs time before to look at the whole picture. In the interest of efficiency, I would ask that one lawyer be appointed to both cases.
Norma, can you put Ms. Lefton on each of these cases?
And
Do
then,
you have any objection to that?
and if we could get this reset, just so Brandon can look at the warrant and see if they.
All right. Norma, can you recall this on September 3rd? And then if you all have information beforehand or your attorney wants to come back before then, she can let the court know and we'll put it on the docket.
Awesome.
All right,
Thank you so much, Judge. Appreciate it. Have
You
a good
too.
day.
You too.
Do you want her to send a reset?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All right. Anyone else ready?
Nobody else is signed in.
I can sign in at O'Reilly Yandell.
All right. What's happening on Yandell?
Judge,
Ms. Yandell, if you'll come forward, please. So what's the,
Judge, we got, this is what I was just talking with the state about, and I guess we're a little uncertain about some of the procedures.
Okay.
So there
was
was,
she declared insane?
at the time of the offense, they said, the doctor did say that she believes that she was. So with the disagreement we're having is because I said if she goes not guilty by reason of insanity,
Yes.
whether it's plea or trial.
No, it's what ends up happening is that if somebody's found deemed to be insane at the time of the offense, you can either enter a plea if both parties agree to the doctor's findings, and then she will enter a plea. You'll be placed on a form of probation. And whatever the range of punishment is for your offense, that's how long you'll be under supervision. So if, for example, let's just say it were a robbery case, and I know your case is not a robbery. If you were deemed to be insane at the time of the offense, well, the range of punishment for robbery is 2 to 20 years. So you'll be supervised for up to 20 years. But it won't be through this court. It'll be through the magistrate's court. And the magistrate's court will hear her plea.
And Judge, so this is where our disagreement is, because the state is stating to me that they believe that she is automatically committed to the state hospital. And I said, I don't believe that's accurate. I believe that the court and the judge makes a determination on how it wants to.
Well, what I can tell you is according to the law, if it's a violent offense, you are supposed to be committed to an institution. However, if you're already under medical care and the judge, through testimony from experts, determine that you're not a danger, then they may decide not to place you in an institution. So it's completely up to what the doctor says.
And
But legally, according to the code, if it's a violent offense, you're supposed to go into an inpatient facility. But in your case, if there's a doctor who says something otherwise, then you may not end up going to an inpatient facility. It just depends on whatever the testimony is going to be and whether they make a determination on her med compliance.
Sure, and it's because, and I obviously I haven't done a lot of these, but I just, my position is that I don't think it's just automatic that she has to go into the state hospital, so.
Well.
But I hear what you're saying. You're
Yes,
saying
yes.
with the crime of violence,
Yes.
so.
But I've seen people that have been found not guilty by reason of insanity, and safeguards are in place and they're not placed in the institution to begin with, but it just really depends on the testimony. But what I can tell you is, according to the code, inpatient is the default.
And so I think at this time, Your Honor, what we want to do is we want to go ahead and get a trial setting for this, and then I will communicate with Judge Rodriguez over there about this more, and then we'll come up with the trial setting, and then.
Now, let's do it this way. Let's refer it to magistrate's court to see if there's going to be any objections to the insanity plea. Then you can discover from the doctor down there whether or not they would seek to place her in an institution, because if they're not seeking to place her in an institution, then this may be all for naught.
Okay.
So Norma, if you can transfer this to the magistrate's court for a hearing on the NGRI.
Yes, ma'am.
And can you find out when they're able to do that so we can just give her the setting date?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, just have a seat and we'll get a date for you, okay?
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Sure. And Deputy Laura, I don't know what's wrong with mosquitoes. They have changed.
Oh, yeah, they're bigger.
They're bigger. I was working in the garden and I end up with so many welts. I thought I was gonna OD on Benadryl, because I had to take 2 Benadryl tablets.
Put some off out. With L.
It doesn't smell great.
It's not about the smell. It's not about
And
the
then,
smell.
and then my skin is very sensitive. So then I had to go in once I saw the welts, right? So I take my Benadryl and then I put Benadryl cream on. Do you know it took about 3 hours for it to go away? What is going on?
Mr. Anthony Rogers, Hospital Judge.
All right, Anthony Rogers.
Judge, we're ready to continue our.
Great, thank-
Roger in the front row.
Are you Mr. Rogers?
Yeah, my good.
All right, your attorney is in federal court, so they won't be here today. So we are going to recall you, and we are going to, Norma, are we going to recall him for Thursday?
Who's this? Anthony Rogers. Yeah, we can do Thursday.
All right, we're going to recall you for Thursday. All right, thank you.
But they're gonna text me a date and a time in just a few minutes.
Okay.
Reset.
Nick?
All right. All right, y'all are ready on, yes. All right, we're back on the record in 2026 CR 004753, State versus Charlie Perkins. Can I have parties re-announced for the record, please?
Joseph Dateson, defense attorney.
All right, so State, did you have a chance to review the testimony for just 1 second. My computer's doing something crazy. All right, State, did you have a chance to review any independent evidence on whether or not the defendant was previously shot before
Yes.
this incident?
Sorry, yes, Judge, I did ascertain a police report for the incident referenced. I have marked it as State's Exhibit 1 for purposes of this hearing, should the court wish to review it as well. I also gave defense a copy. I also further called the homicide unit to see if it was an open pending case with them, and they said it was, and I received the detective name, provided that to defense counsel.
Okay.
So at this time, State would move to admit State's Exhibit S1 for the purposes of this hearing.
Any
I
objection?
reviewed it. I have a copy, no objection. And while you read, if I could just tell you the way it reads, to drive by where it looks like they wait for one person to leave. That person is not Charlie. The person who is in front of Charlie who's leaving is a person who's shot. Just that looks like Charlie is behind him. So Charlie is shot also. So it's not as if they're trying to shoot Charlie. The target was someone else.
Could you all hand that to the court
Yes,
reporter,
ma'am.
please? All right. So State, does that change your offer or no? All right, then, and defense your argument.
I know that a continuation where I left off, we're asking for probation, Judge. He doesn't want to be in the same neighborhood, the same area, the same association. He wants to clean, not necessarily for himself. It's for his son. He wants to be in a new city. We ask if you would grant probation 7 years. You can put the highest underlining sentence. He understands that if he messes up, he's looking at 7 years prison. He was reporting to parole. It's not as if he absconded and was picked up on this, and then there's a parole warrant. He was actually literally driving to his parole officer to report. He just finished his shift. He's going to make his appointments. He's going to appear on time. We ask you to grant the probation, and if he does get the residence changed with his mom and sister, we would ask probation transferred.
All right, I don't think you would be a good candidate for probation. The court is going to find you guilty. The court is going to sentence you to 2 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors, and there's a $0 fine, and the court will recommend the therapeutic community. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because it's a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. So, Mr. Perkins, I understand that sometimes our life goes off track. Maybe we don't have great parents or something else. I understand when you leave prison, you're trying to do the right thing, but sometimes life gets in the way and beats you down. I know how difficult it is to get your license and to get legal documents when you just come from prison or just come from the foster care system. One of the reasons why I gave you the minimum is because of the shooting, right? And I understand that maybe you need to protect yourself, or you feel you need to protect yourself, but I mean, you're not allowed to possess weapons, okay? So when you are released, please do better. And if you give me his case number, I'll ask that it run concurrent with the parole.
Yes, Judge. It's on the asylum.
The robbery case?
Yes.
DC 2020 CR.
But yeah, I'm sorry, DC.
2020
Yes.
CR 537C.
8537C. All right, so this will run concurrent with 2020 CR 8537C.
If I may have one request.
Yes.
For his biological son, if the family does video visits, could the son?
Oh, no, it's just no unsupervised
Okay.
contact.
Got it.
So they can have any type of visitation. But I will tell you this, the day of that shooting, what time of day was that? See, you should have been with your son. All right, make better decisions, okay? All right, good luck to you. And while you're in custody, try to get your GED. If you can't get your GED, there are plenty of opportunities if they allow you to do it. I don't know if they'll allow you to do it with your affiliations, but there are plenty of opportunities for picking up a trade. One of my former clients, mind you, they were in prison for murder. I ended up representing them on their parole hearings. And guess what? Their trade is welding. And you can make a lot of money at welding. Now he's got his life back on track. And you would think you go to prison for murder, you can't come back from that, right? But he got all of his legal documents, and he also got his degree in was trade certification in welding. And then somebody who just graduated not too long ago from felony drug court, criminal history. And guess what? People said it couldn't be done, but they are now an attorney and they handle civil rights issues. All right, so you still have a chance to be in your son's life, but don't bring this nonsense into your son's life, okay? All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Have a seat, sir.
All right. And it'll be in their courtroom, right? Yeah. All right, so you're going to be set in the magistrate's court on August 20th at 2:30. They'll give you, Norma will give you a reset form.
Okay, yeah, and they usually email also.
And then Norma, since they're going to be set there on August 20th. Set it here. I know that August 21st is a Friday, but set it here for August 21st. And then council, if everything works out down there, just come back and let us know.
Okay.
Okay. I don't want her to not have a court date if something doesn't go right down there. That's true.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Mhm. All right. Oh, yeah, I know that. All right, William James, if you'll come forward, please. Mr. James, come forward, please.
I want to apologize for being late. There's an accident and some other stuff is going on.
Oh, no, they let me know and you called in to let us know. I appreciate that. All right, your attorney is actually in a jury trial.
Okay.
So do you work or no?
No, I'm disabled.
Okay, so we can recall it for Norma, recall this for August 19th. All right, so we're gonna bring you back on August 19th. All right, and they'll sign you in. Once you sign the reset form, you can be excused. Thank you. You're welcome.
Yeah, for 9 o'clock. See, which one? Which one is that for? It's not right. Well, thing too. Let's have to do that.
Oh, and Mr. James, make sure you call your attorney before that date, because if he's in trial, I don't want you to have to come down by the bus if you don't have to. Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Yeah.
You too. All right, what is happening with Natalie Garcia?
Judge.
Good morning.
Nicole said I could speak on her behalf, Judge. She's stuck in another court right
Okay,
now.
Miss Garcia, please come forward. Yes.
So Judge, there's some complicated issues here. We both want to reset for different reasons. There's Miss Garcia had a deal with the Inspector General on some issues, and she successfully completed that. And then this came about, and it's kind of all related. So there's some res judicata issues that I'm looking at. They're still trying to, in fact, we're trying to schedule a call with the OAG tomorrow morning.
Okay.
I will be in your court tomorrow morning as well, but we're just would like another reset, Judge. And I think by then, either I'll file my motion regarding the res judicata, or we're going to plea out. It's going to be one or the other.
All right, Norma, recall this for August 19th. Yes. And you need to make sure you're on time for court.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Once you sign the reset form, you be excused.
Thank you, Judge.
And Norma, that's plea deadline date.
Yes.
All right, Ruben Sanchez with Mark LaHood. Yes, what's happening with this case?
We turned it to paperwork, Judge.
Okay, all right, once they give it to me.
We were set for motion to suppress and then we ended up working it out.
Okay, all right, the court is calling, thank you. 2026 CR 005277, State versus Ruben Sanchez Jr. Can I have parties announced for the record?
Mark with the defense, Your Honor.
And is there an application in this case?
There is, Judge.
Probation, this is an application.
Yes.
Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
We have.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Sanchez, did you review the application for community supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, sir.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, sir.
Counsel, do you waive the reading?
We do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
I believe so, Judge.
Let me see. I believe y'all are proceeding on count 2, waiving count 1.
Yes.
Any objection?
No objections, Your Honor.
Mr. Sanchez, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
In count 2, you're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 1 to 4 grams. That's a 3rd-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses. The state would call in the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, you're giving up those rights. If the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
He does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
He is and was.
Mr. Sanchez, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No.
Anyone promise you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, sir.
If you're not a U.S. citizen, by entering this plea, you will be deported, denied naturalization, and reentry. Did you understand?
I understand.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea, there's a $1,000 fine probated. The state is proceeding on count 2, and they're recommending deferred adjudication. Did you understand that to be your plea?
Yes, sir.
State defense, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
It is, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
I understand, Your Honor.
By signing that, you're waiving your right to appeal. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand? Counsel, any such motions?
No, Judge. We're pleading instead of hearing the motion suppressed.
All right, thank you. Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 3 years, 100 hours community service restitution, the DOEP course, and regular UAs. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations? Then to count 2, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No comment.
State, any evidence?
Yes, Your Honor. Sheet offer State's Exhibit 1 and all attachments.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, state, you may be excused. Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, I understand.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses? The state would call in the right to remain silent.
I understand.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand?
I understand.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. After reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you applied for deferred adjudication. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
If the court would like to, we would.
All right, anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Just, Your Honor, when he was stopped, the stop was valid, no question on that. Mr. Sanchez was extremely cooperative, as evidenced by the fact that he consented when he had no reason to consent. And as you saw in the report, there was no odor of marijuana, no other exigent circumstances that would lead the officer. But for his compliance, we wouldn't be here today, Judge. And so we would ask the court to honor the recommendations by the state. He won't be a problem. We've gone over the issues and what those issues could be for an MTR. You won't see him again, Judge.
All right, are you employed?
Not at the moment.
So how do you spend your day?
Right now, I had an injury on my left arm. That's why I'm out of work right now. But I'm a barber.
All right, who do you know on Probant Street?
Program. I used to live there, but I moved back with my mom.
The stop happened. He was literally, him and his girlfriend were parking at the outside the parking complex, right across from their apartment. But he doesn't live there anymore, Judge.
Okay, so there's no reason for you to be on Probant Street anymore.
No.
Do you have any children?
Yes, I have two.
What are their ages?
12 and 6.
All right, and if you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
Marijuana.
Why?
He's honest to a fault, Judge.
No, I appreciate the honesty, but why are you?
Stressing, that's all.
You know, you shouldn't come to court and you're going to be positive for marijuana. You understand?
I understand.
And you have children.
Yes.
And this is what I always tell everybody. I'm very sensitive to certain smells, alcohol because I don't drink, marijuana because I don't smoke, and the other drugs. And when somebody comes into the courtroom and they smell of marijuana, alcohol, I always end up getting a headache. So can you imagine young children being around people who smell of marijuana and alcohol and their brain is developing? It's not good. I always ask people, would you give your child a marijuana cigarette to smoke? Well, when you're smoking marijuana and you're around them and you're smelling the marijuana and their clothes are smelling the marijuana, guess what? You're giving them marijuana to smoke. And then when they go to school, maybe some of the other children are going to tease them because their parents didn't tell them not to do that. You are supposed to be at a stage in your life where you want your children to be proud to tell people, that's my dad. When they're getting off the bus, they're running to you because you're their dad and you're doing everything right. So you need to change. You understand?
I understand.
All right, 3 years deferred adjudication, regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular UAs, I want him tested for levels.
Yes, ma'am.
Field visits 1 time per month for 4 months. There's to be no contact with Probant Street. 200 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once that's completed, 100 hours will be deemed satisfied. And the remaining hours, I will deduct 1 hour for every sober support meeting that is completed. And the court is ordering weekly sober support meetings. And 1 per week.
Yes, ma'am.
Proof of employment within 45 days. No employment as a home health care provider or with minors. TAP evaluation out of custody. If TAP recommends inpatient treatment, we'll start with intensive outpatient treatment.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and there is a $1,000 fine, and that will be probated.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Probation, is there anything else he needs?
No, ma'am, I believe that's it.
All right, is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No, Your Honor.
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal? I'm so sorry, add no possession of firearms, please.
Yes.
Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes.
Because it's plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. You understand?
I understand.
And because I ordered it, you're not allowed to possess any weapons, okay?
Okay. No problem.
All right, good luck to you, and thank you so much for dressing appropriately for court. All right, and here's the thing, in this court, if there's an issue, let probation know about it. If you think you're gonna use, if you have problems stopping using marijuana, let them know about it. And whatever you do, okay, and whatever you do, always report, okay? All right, good luck to you.
Yeah, have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor. Maybe excuse.
Yes, have a good one.
Beautiful flowers. Is it your birthday?
No, and you know what? So
Because you have,
believe it or not, these flowers are called forever flowers. They last over a year, but they're real flowers.
oh yeah, they're like not petrified, but there's some, they do something to them.
Yeah, so it's like, wow.
Do they smell for a year?
Think so. I don't think it ever smelled. Let me see. Oh yeah, there is a slight scent, but I think maybe it's because they spray something on them.
That's cool. Forever flowers. I never heard of that.
Yes, so there you go. You can get that instead of running to the grocery store at the last minute, which I see guys doing for Valentine's Day
Well,
and
what?
Mother's Day.
Well, one of our anniversaries is tomorrow, actually. So
We have flowers. My mom said you should always make wherever you work something pleasant. So if there's anything happening crazy or outrageous or it's a long day, I can look at a flower and say, you know what, life is good.
amen to that.
All right.
Thank you, Judge. You have a good one. Thank you.
You too. All right, Justin Lopez with Ray Lopez. What's happening with this case?
Lopez?
He's not there.
Judge, I think we have a resolution in that case.
He's not there.
Okay.
Dismissed it. He's in county court 9, Judge. He just,
Thank you.
they brought him over to county court 9 for custody.
If you could have the state sign that.
Oh. Good day when defense counsel's been
Thank you.
dismissed cases.
There you go.
I'll take it.
All right, do you have any objections to this dismissal?
No.
Okay. There you go.
All right. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
But ask me a question.
All right, David McLean on Solana, what's happening with that?
He's gonna be here in the afternoon.
Okay. Jesse Garza with Christopher Simpkins, what's happening with that? All right, thank you. And then Marina Fonseca with Mr. Alfonso Otero.
She be within another court judge.
No, but where is she?
Here.
All right, just have a seat.
This defendant, person having on the docket, but they do have her here, the sentencing. And I'll move this here, they're just bringing her up.
Okay. All right, thank you. Jose Mesa with Fernando Trevino. All right, we're waiting for your attorney.
He was here. Brandon, do you know where Mr. Trevino is? Are y'all working that case out?
Oh, yeah, we worked it out. I'll bet some stuff, but.
All right, thank you.
What? If you can get the sentencing for Lara. Yeah, I'm voting in some doc.
Oh, and is the jury out in the hallway yet?
Yes, Judge, you didn't have enough jurors, they're still trying to gather.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right, thank you.
Well. Thank you.
All right, the court is calling 2026 CR 007-209 State versus Jose Mesa Jr. Could our parties approach and announce for the record? Oh, I'm sorry, just have a seat. Your attorney's not here.
I need the princess. Okay, thank you. Oh, no. Oh.
Yes.
Judge, it's a request to travel for a defendant that's on probation. I had spoken with probation last week. He's good on everything. He's up to date on. I just need the safety agreement on it. And his itinerary is attached to that motion, Judge.
All right, State, do you have any objection?
Okay.
All right, they'll give you a copy.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
If you want a copy now.
All right, court is taking its recess at noon.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Oh, we'll probably need 70. Just tell them to have them up here by 1:30. All right, and do you all have the file on Fatima Della Rosario?
to see you go.
Norma.
Just bring, thank you. Bye-bye. I'm sorry?
Sure. I don't have,
I thought she put it up.
no.
Just, please, they have to bring the jurors up here because there's another court that wants them.
Okay.
And so I just said, just bring.
That's fine.
It's a Monday.
Da, 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 da. All right, the court is calling 2025 CR 005418-02, State versus Fatima Leonore. Could I have parties announce?
State of Texas.
Good morning, Judge. Alfonso Cabañas for the defendant. We're present.
All right, and are you Miss Leonore?
Yes.
All right, we have an interpreter here. If you could raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm you will faithfully translate from English into Spanish and Spanish into English, so help you God?
I do, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand if you'll state your name for the record.
Lupita Buitron.
All right, and again, counsel, do you speak Spanish and do you speak it fluently?
I do, Your Honor.
And were you able to confer with your client in the Spanish language?
I did, Your Honor.
Right. So we're here for sentencing. According to the plea bargain agreement, the state is proceeding on count 1, paragraph B, the lesser included offense of injury to a child, bodily injury by omission. The defense agreed to waive the PSI. According to your plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 8 years silent. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with the complainants that are listed. So, defense, do you have any witnesses?
No, Your Honor, just testimony. Or, excuse me, just argument.
The court will hear argument.
Judge, thank you, Judge. So, Judge, as the court is aware from reviewing the dockets, this is a case that's been in your case for quite some time. It was originally filed as a first-degree felony offense. And in my conversations with the previous prosecutor, we were going back and forth regarding what I believed should have been the correct indictment. After much talking and discussion, we were able to reach a resolution where the case was re-indicted from a first-degree felony offense to a third, which is where we are now. To give you some context as to why I petitioned the prosecutor to re-indict, Your Honor, or, set it for trial and finally convinced him to do so, is that this is a case with very unique facts. My client, Judge, at the time that this offense was alleged to have occurred, received this young baby from her biological mother. The biological mother is, in my understanding, nowhere to be found. Literally gave the daughter or her baby to my client for her to take care and said, I'm leaving. I don't want anything to do with it. I'm out of here. My client, Judge, within her limited means, and I mean limited as far as language, economic, and transportation issues, was able to do the best that she could in taking care of that child. The child was fed, was taken care of. It wasn't until my client started noticing that the child had some physical issues that she became aware and tried to take the child to the doctor. The reason why, this is something my client explained to me, she now regrets it, Judge, is the reason why she didn't take the child to the doctor was because at that time, my client felt very scared and intimidated to go to the doctor because there was a lot of ICE agents roaming around her area, so she didn't want to jeopardize her being in the country by going outside and taking the child to the doctor. And speaking to my client, she is very well aware that that was a poor choice. She has, other than that excuse, Judge, no other reason why she failed or neglected to take that child to get medical care. She's been incarcerated for quite some time, Judge. She has lost a lot, her family, her daughters, and she is aware of the consequences, and she does want to resolve this case today, Your Honor. And so with that said, Judge, we're asking the court to sentence my client to the 2 years under the guideline range proposed by the state judge.
So you're asking for 2 years prison?
Yes, Your Honor.
And state, are you still silent?
We're silent as to evidence, Your Honor.
All right. And so with regards to the request for the 2 years,
Your Honor, the state believes the 2 years would be insufficient given the injuries the child sustained while in employment. What Mr. Cabana says is absolutely true, that the child came to her in a bad way. The child was born prematurely. The child had been abused by their mother, who disappeared. She's a Salvadoran national as well. We presume that she's back in Salvador. The law enforcement here in Texas. However, the child, and it is shown in the medical documentation of this court, child sustained serious injuries, not life-threatening, but serious injuries while under the care of this defendant. Significant bruising, brain bleeds based on blunt force trauma. From her own statement, the defendant blames those injuries on her other children, not herself causing them directly. We weren't there. The doctors weren't there. Law enforcement wasn't there. We can say that the injuries were sustained while in her care. We can't say exactly how those injuries were sustained. The defendant was aware as well that she could have delivered the child to any San Antonio Fire Department, that she could have surrendered the child under the programs in the city of San Antonio that allow that to happen without her ever giving any information about herself. I understand that she was scared with good reason about possible immigration consequences for what happened. But the responsible thing when she was left this abandoned child, on realizing she was unable to care for the child, would have been to surrender it to someone who could take care of it. She failed to do so in a timely way. The kid was further injured. Thank goodness, not with serious life-threatening illnesses. The child was with a foster family, doing well now, thank goodness. However, this bad situation was made worse by this event. For that reason, Your Honor, we believe that closer to the 8 would be a more appropriate.
okay. All right, the court is going to find you guilty. The court will sentence you to 6 years in prison, give you credit for any time served. There's to be no illegal reentry into the US. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There is to be no contact. Document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney. Did you understand it and sign it?
Yeah.
Because it's plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yeah.
All right. Good luck to you. Thank you, counsel.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Judge, may I give you this?
Okay.
Have you discussed, Your Honor?
Yes, thank
Okay,
you.
Thank you.
That's an order, gracias.
Want to do the ITA?
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Thank you. All right.
Jesse Garza. Is there an application?
There's not, Judge.
All right, court is calling 2026 CR 008455 State versus Jesse Garza. Can I have parties announced?
Christopher Simpkins for the defense.
And are you Mr. Garza? Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
I have, Judge, and I signed the certification.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Garza, did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yeah.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
We are, Judge, minus the enhancements.
All right, Mr. Garza, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
All right, you're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram. That's a state jail felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine. If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, you're giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I believe he does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
In my opinion, he is.
Mr. Garza, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
If you're not a U.S. citizen, by entering this plea, you will be deported, denied naturalization, and re-entry. Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 9 months in the Bexar County Jail under 1244. This will run concurrent with 2026 PF 30498. State will take in considerations 2024 CC 735878. Did you understand that to be your plea?
Yes.
State defense?
That is the plea, Judge.
It is, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes.
By signing that, you're waiving your right to appeal. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes.
Counsel, any such motion?
There were none, Judge.
Then to the offense, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Or guilty.
State any evidence.
Judge, your office exhibit number 1, including all of that.
We have no objections, Judge.
All right, state your excuse.
Thank you.
Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent? Did you understand?
Yes.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments. The court has reviewed the same. The court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
We are, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, we ask you to follow the plea bargain.
All right, the court will sentence you to 9 months in the Bexar County Jail under 1244. Give you credit for any time served. This is run concurrent with 2026 PF 30498. Take in consideration 2024 CC 735878. There's to be no residing in households with minors and no unsupervised contact with minors. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes.
Because it's plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, good luck to you. Do you have any family support here?
Right now, no, I don't.
All right, so there are places that can help you with any drug addiction. And also you may want to, when you are released from the jail, You may want to go to the Center for Healthcare Services and they'll be able to direct you where you can go, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, good luck to you. All right, who's next? Jose Mesa. Court is calling 2026 CR 007209 State versus Jose Mesa. Could I have parties announced for the record?
Yes, sir. Representative State. Contravening to accused.
All right, is there an application?
There is.
Probation, there's an application. Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, I have.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Mesa, did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading?
I do.
State proceeding as presented?
We are good.
Mr. Mesa, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
You're charged with harassment of a public servant. That's a third-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, you're giving up those rights. If the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, he has.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense? Mr. Mesa, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea? Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
If you're not a U.S. citizen, by entering this plea, you will be deported, denied naturalization, and re-entry. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, there's a $1,000 fine to be probated. State recommends deferred adjudication. They're taking in consideration 2026 CC 002683. Did you understand that to be your plea?
Yes, ma'am.
State defense is at the plea.
That is a plea, Judge.
It is.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
By signing that, you're waiving your right to appeal. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Any such motions?
None.
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending your community supervision be for a term of 4 years. There be 100 hours of community service restitution, a TAP evaluation, no contact with the listed address, the DOEP course, MRT, and anger management. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence.
Judge, we are state exhibit number 1, including all text.
No objections.
All right, did your state, you may be excused.
Thank
Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments. Court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, we are.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
No.
All right, so what happened to your hands?
This was after a bad phone call. I hit the wall,
Okay,
and this was I was rough playing older brother before I got in here.
okay.
Actually,
So have you ever used any type of drugs? All right, so what was happening on this day? Because the location you went to, they said that they did not know you.
yeah.
Did you?
I was drunk. I got into a real bad argument with her girlfriend. And, time I thought it was her house, but it wasn't. Yeah,
Do you have any children?
no, no,
How far did you go in school?
not far. Dropped out. It's the 12th period.
All right. Do you have any family support? I know you mentioned your brother and everything, but mom, dad, anybody to help you?
It's kind of complicated, Judge.
Okay. When's the last time you had employment?
Employment, 6 months ago, I was working at Walmart.
Okay. All right, this is what the court is going to do. Court is going to sentence you to 4 years deferred adjudication, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular UAs. And I'm going to want the following done in custody. There's going to be a referral to felony drug court. And there's to be a TAP evaluation. We're going to sign that referral today, so felony drug court will be able to see you before the week is out, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Be completely honest with them about your alcohol and everything else, all right?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to want field visits 1 time per month for 4 months, proof of employment within 60 days of release, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Take in consideration 2026 CC 002683, 100 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to ask that an hour be deducted for every sober support meeting completed. And I'm going to require sober support meetings 1 time per week. There's to be no contact with and there's to be no possession of firearms. Probation, is there anything else?
Are you still gonna do the community service? Did I miss that?
No, community service is going to be 100 hours of community service restitution. And I am going to deduct 1 hour for every sober support meeting completed. And I'm ordering sober support meetings 1 time per week.
And you've got everything.
All right, thank you. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No.
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? Because this plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand? All right, if you need something, do not hesitate to let probation know about it, okay? And I'm gonna put in the system, so I'll be sure to check and see that the referral to felony drug court is completed this week, okay?
How long does that take?
The referral? Oh, the referral is gonna be signed now, and since it's Monday, they'll probably be able to see him before the week is out. It's
Okay.
quicker than a TAP evaluation.
Okay,